Well, it's a rainy day today, and I just purchased this cheap BMW 328i. Dirt cheap. Couple $100 cheap. It says it's got a blowed head gasket. He put a new radiator in it, and I think by that time the damage had already been done. So he says it's got a little antifreeze leaking somewhere around the head, which he didn't really look at it anymore after that. So after he put the high dollar radiator in it, he was done. But anyway, we picked it up cheap off the old interwebs. I don't know how many miles is on it. We're gonna get out of the rain and we'll get it in the shop and check it out. But looks pretty good. He said he put new headlights in it, new tires. It's got all the matching rims. The top don't work. Something's up with the top. But like I said, we'll get it inside, get it in the shop, and we did boost it off, get it to start, and it cranked right up when we pulled it up on the trailer. So I'm gonna get out of the rain, we'll get dry, and we'll see just how good a deal that I picked this up. I think it's a 98 328i. So we got the battery getting boosted off. We're gonna fire this thing up and see if it's gonna crank. So hopefully it runs out pretty good. They said that it ran, but it just had blow head gaskets, or blow head gasket. But we got it to boost off right quick, and then it shut back off. So let's see if it's gonna start. You guys right there. Hopefully it fires right up and runs, and that'll be a good sign that maybe the head gasket isn't blown. So well, here we go. Let's see what she does. Well, it's cranked. Got a little lifter chatter, but it's because it's been sitting. That's kind of empty. That is the reservoir bottle. That ain't too bad for now. I don't see any smoke coming out. See any white smoke, like head gasket. I'll hook these cables. So other than a little tick, which probably needs an oil change or something. Get it off of here. sounds pretty good other than that little ticking sound. We're not gonna run it too long. I'm gonna check the oil and the coolant. But like I said, there's no smoke coming out. Let's see how many miles it's got. It's got 154,000. Check engine light on. Look like the brake light is on. Brake lining light, I guess. Temperature is not up there yet. It don't run like it's got a blowhead gasket. Input time. I guess we'll get it in the shop and check all the fluids. Don't sound like it has a miss. It's just got a tick. So we're not gonna run it long. We're gonna shut it off. Then we'll get a good battery in it. And then we'll play around with it. Now I see that they got all this stuff for the convertible top all jacked up. Look like they got some cables broke. So they've been jacking around with it. So anyway, we'll get it in the shop and we'll see what's all wrong with it in a little bit. So we got the 328i in the shop. It is full of oil, and the oil actually doesn't look like it's chocolate milk, and I'll show you. I actually checked it, and the oil doesn't look bad. We'll use this piece of paper here. Actually, you can see where I kind of smeared it, but pulling the dipstick, oil looks like regular oil. And I know that this is the oil stick, so you know, there's no sign of like milk, water and oil mixture. I did check inside the reservoir again, and it is low down in there. Let's see if we can get a light. It's pretty low. And I twisted this off, and you can see some, I don't know if that's old oil or is it water and oil condensation. But it don't steam or don't seem like it's a blowhead gasket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to top it off with coolant, and I got my radiator pressure tester. Hoping I'm opening this up right. Nope. I got the pressure tester. We're going to figure out which one will fit the reservoir, and we'll pump it up and see if we get any kind of leaks. Is that it? Nope. Is this it? Nope. That's it. So we'll pump it up and see if we see anything spewing out everywhere, and if the gauge drops, that means that we definitely got a leak somewhere, internal or external. So I'm going to top it off with some coolant, and we will check it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some water to it. I'm not gonna put any coolant in it because I don't want to waste any. Fill it up. And we'll get the old pressure tester. We'll pump it up and see exactly what's going on. That's not doing anything. Could the bottle have a hole in it or something? Is that where we put our antifreeze? It's the only spot that I see. Where the coolant goes. It's been a long time since I had an E36, I mean. Had one a long time ago. So I see the top radiator hose. So that's got to be where the antifreeze would go. Shouldn't have to take the cover off and put antifreeze in. Like that. Well, for whatever reason, when I go to pump this thing up, the air is just blowing right by it. Well, that ain't good. Should get some kind of pressure. Let's try a different cap. Same thing. So I'm wondering, is this reservoir bottle cracked? Now he said he's seeing coolant leaking down the block, but could it have something to do with this bottle crack? I mean, I don't see any coolant leaking out. Well, let me do some research on, is that where you put the antifreeze at? And then if it is, something must be cracked on that bottle, or we're not putting the antifreeze in the right spot. So I found that you have to take this little bleeder screw out right here on top of the reservoir, and you just keep adding until you get air bubbles coming out, and that means that it's starting to bleed air out of the system. So we're just going to keep pouring it in there. It's constantly going down. They say you just have to keep pouring in there until you get all the air bled out. Why you can't pressure test it, I'm not sure about that yet. So it should just keep going down, down, down. I can hear it circulating. Hopefully it's not leaking out of the block. I didn't see anything on the ground, so maybe he put the radiator in and didn't bleed it, because it's a brand new radiator. Not sure. I can definitely hear it circulating though. I don't see anything running out anywhere. Now I did see that some of them had a bleeder screw over on the thermostat housing, which this one don't. It had a screw you can take out. Looked like he was just running green antifreeze in it, which all goes well. If you don't have a head gasket leak, we'll drain all that out and we'll put the right coolant that's supposed to go in there. I don't see anything coming out yet. Squeeze these hoses. Look like to me the reservoir bottle is cracked on the inside. I can see pieces of it laying it down in there. I don't know what that is, but I'll show you what I see. Look in there. It's like some pieces, like an O-ring and something else laying in there. Like this bottle's no good. That's weird. I don't know if it got hot or maybe that's blocking the coolant flow. But something's definitely broke in that bottle. But still I haven't got any air bled out of it yet. I can definitely hear it. Might be something wrong with this bottle. That could be blocking the water flow. I don't know what those pieces do. It's definitely like it's an O-ring and something else broke off. Looks like it. Well, it might have came off the top. I see a chunk missing there. It's probably just a whole new bottle. Still haven't seen any. That's some kind of O-ring or something. Ah, lost it. Goodbye, Mr. O-ring. Oh, it's going bye-bye. I don't know what all these pieces are. I think this bottle's is no good. It's like, is that part of a center or? Anyway, I don't see any definitely hear coolant and water in the system. I guess what we can do is crank it up, let it run for a minute, and we'll just see if it gets hot. Like I say, something's goofy going on inside that bottle. I don't know what it is, but I have to reboost it off. I can't get in the trunk to put a battery in it. There's some kind of way you gotta push down on the trunk to get the trunk to open. It's weird. You can hear the lock when you push down on the trunk. I don't understand that. You can hear it when you push down right here, but it won't open. It said something about some kind of switch or something in there. The trunk won't open and it won't open with the key. So let me see if I can get a jumper. Let's see. Might be able to get the jumper box on it if it's charged up. Weird. It actually runs pretty good when it cranks up. See if that does anything. There we go. Something about when you press down right there. There it is. Oh my God. This is catching. That ain't good at all. Somehow this, I think the way it's supposed to work, when the top comes down, it's supposed to flip up, then the top goes down in there. But it's all caught up. That didn't sound good at all. But we got it up at least. Now we can see the battery. Let's see what it crank up. Gotta have a good battery to crank this thing up. Let's put the jumper box straight back here to the battery, which is over here in the corner. Whoop. Tripod going crazy. Well, all that key buzzer. Big enough battery in it. This car's got a lot of stuff going for it, huh? Alright, let's see what she cranked now. Hopefully she did. That battery is just stone dead. We're gonna have to put a battery in it to I'm gonna have to put a battery in it to get the crank up. So let me round up a battery and then we'll see what she crank. Alright, so now we got a battery in it. That's good. Let's see what it crank up. Should be getting some water flowing through there. Out the Bluetooth screw. This ain't getting none. Like it might be starting to go down. No, we got oil in it. I'm gonna turn the heat to that. Both the headlights work. Do we have tail lights? Yes. I mean, this thing is not even blowing out any steam like it is a blowhead gasket. Temperature hand is not even up there yet. We'll see if the heat gets cold. I mean, if the heat gets hot, then we'll know the thermostat's open. Nothing yet. I got some water leakage going on down here. I don't know where that's coming from. Constant drip of water. Come out as overflow tube. and it's not leaking the air out. I don't know why, but let's see what temperature hand's at. Temperature hand's still normal. I just don't know. I think something in this bottle was stopping the water, whatever's cracking there, but it seems to be going down. Crack the door a little bit. I guess it's pushing air out of this tube here, overflow tube. It's starting to go around now. Is this supposed to be open? This is some kind of aftermarket radiator. I don't see anything on the ground, only where that overflow tube is. Not sure that's supposed to be blocked off or not. It's not hot either. The temperature is staying normal. That's the strange part. Let me get some more water to put in it, and we'll keep running and see what happens. Well, I got some more water. Not hot. It's starting to get warm, but the temperature here is staying normal. Getting water coming out of this overflow tube over here when you fill it all the way up. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. That's supposed to be blocked off. But still, you're not getting any air bled out of the leader screw. That's weird. When it ain't running hot, the little ticking sound went away. I guess that was the little lifters had to prime back up. I think there's definitely something wrong with this coolant bottle, or there's something missing. Put this screw back in and tighten it up and see. It's definitely, it's not steaming, there's no water in the oil. Coolant level's going down. Motor runs smooth. Out of this top hose, so strange. The bottle is cold. I'm wondering, did he put the wrong radiator in it? I don't see anything dripping down the side of the box. I'm starting to wonder if it's just the wrong radiator. It's got one of those aluminum type radiators in it. That's why it's running so cool. We might have took the thermostat out strange though, this thing runs that good. I don't see any evidence of a blown head gasket. Like I say, it's not steaming out the pipe. There's not no pressure on the hose. So I'm wondering, the combination of that bottle, whatever was inside of there, is broke, and the wrong radiator. I'm gonna have to do some research and see what did that hose go to off the top of the radiator. But it's staying at normal temp. So it's a mystery. So I guess let me check and see what that hose really go to, because every time you fill it up with coolant or water, it's blowing it back out of that tube. Let me see what that go to, and then we'll go from there. So I found out where the coolant hose go off the top of this radiator. It actually supposed to go over to the reservoir bottle, but actually if you look under here, the little nipple where the hose is supposed to go is broken off. You can see it right there. It's broke off clean. So that's why you can't bleed the air out of it, and that's why when I fill it up, it's just constantly spitting out this hose. So I got on the old interwebs and we found one for $21. So we're going to go ahead and get that shipped in. Like I say, something inside of there is broke anyway, so we're going to replace it. And I still haven't got this thing to run hot. It's been running pretty good, just sitting here for about a good 30-45 minutes. The heat's not hot, but I believe it's still got air in the system. So we'll put the bottle on there since it's cheap, and we'll try and bleed the air out of it, and we'll see what that does with the heat situation. But like I say, I don't see any steam coming out of the tailpipe. I don't see any back pressure, and I don't see any water in the oil. Now once we get the system bled out, and we'll probably see some different results then, but until then we'll wait.